Hello BookTube! For this Tag Tuesday, I will be doing the History Trail tag. This tag was created by the novel reader, and I saw it on Bill Rutenberg's channel. So I'll have links to both channels in the show notes down below, as well as a list of books mentioned, and other media as well. So prompt number 1. First steps. What book, movie, person, or place introduced you to history or historical fiction? For me, my answer is the sword and sorcery movies of the 1980s. Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Destroyer, Red Sonja, Beastmaster, and let's throw in Clash of the Titans. These movies are all set in a fantasy version of the Bronze Age in the Mediterranean, ancient Near East region. And these movies really formed my love for this period of history, the Bronze Age in the Mediterranean and ancient Near East. Prompt number 2. Well-trodden path. What is your favorite historical recommendation, book, place, or movie? For this prompt, I'm going to go with 2 books. Weaver, Scraps, and Kings by Amanda H. Podany. This is the best recent book on the ancient Near East by a significant margin, I would think. So I highly recommend it. And also Big Wonderful Thing by Stephan Harrigan, which is a glorious history of the state of Texas, the part of the United States where I live. Prompt number 3. Good boots. What is your favorite historical fashion era? I don't think I have one. An era where everybody wears whatever the hell they want and it's just pure fashion chaos does not exist. So we haven't had entered it yet. Prompt number 4. Close to home. What is a historical read set in your home country? So I've already mentioned Big Wonderful Thing. So I'm going to go with These Truths by Jill Lepore. It's a recent history of the United States that I quite liked. I would also go with Ecstatic Nation by Brenda Wineapple. It's a history of the United States in the lead up to the Civil War and immediately after the Civil War. Prompt number 5. The Trail Not Taken. What historical eras do you avoid? Anything with revolutions. The French Revolution, the revolutions after World War I that saw the overthrow of the Hohenzollerns, Habsburgs, Romanovs, Ottomans. I'm just also the Chinese Revolution. I'm just not. There's something about these periods that put me off, that enrage me, and I guess that's probably because I have a fondness for monarchy, and so I'm not overly happy with reading histories that deal with the overthrow of monarchy. Prompt number 6. Trail map. What historical reads are on your TBR? So right now, nothing. Although I am currently actually reading a work of history, and I'll talk more about why this coming weekly reads. Although I guess to add one more book to the books mentioned, I am currently reading Two Houses, Two Kingdoms by Catherine Hanley. This is a history of England and France from 1100 to 1300, focusing on the relationship between the Plantagenet Angevin dynasty and the Capetian dynasty. And I am really enjoying my reread of it. But I really hadn't had any work of history on my TBR for the foreseeable future because my reading life is, despite how much I know I should really just accept it because there's really nothing I can do to change it, but it always bothers me. But how my reading works is I will fall in love with a genre for a number of years and then start to fall out of love with that genre and move on to something else. And from about 2020 through to 2024, early 2025, I was really in love with history. But since really the end of 2024, I've moved away from history. Even though this past weekend was inordinately horrific for my reading, and I'll talk a bit about that this coming Friday because there's quite a bit that I don't know if I necessarily really want to talk about all of it, but some of it. And so for the last few months, I've really been focusing on fiction, poetry, and drama. And I haven't been really focusing a whole lot on history. But maybe given that I read 80 pages already of Two Houses, Two Kingdoms, maybe history's going to be trying to make a comeback. We shall see. Prompt number 7. Pioneers, what historical person inspires you? I think I would go with Alexander the Great. He is one of the few historical figures that I have multiple biographies of, and that I have read a lot of. So I'll just go with him. And prompt number 8 is tag your fellow history nerd. So if you would like to do this tag, consider yourselves tagged. And in BookTube, I will try to have a video up tomorrow, but for sure there will be a Poetry Thursday video on Thursday. And there will be weekly reads. I just don't know whether or not there's going to be an after-school special before I get to talking about the books. We shall see. In your BookTube, until I see you next time, thank you, have a great afternoon, and have a great day.